A lot of news in Canada today.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So Canadian comics, we all pretty much live off of Sound Exchange. You guys know what Sound Exchange is? It's you get played and it goes to your residuals get played and your stuff gets played and you get money for it. So we have a channel in Canada on Canada Sirius XM Canada called Canada Laughs. It's one of the only channels on the fucking radio that plays strictly Canadian comedy. Okay. And like we have the reason everyone moves here from Canada is because no one gives us a fucking chance. People don't care about Canadians. They don't care about our comedy. Like nobody gives a shit about us. So we all have to move down here. That was the only thing we all had. So today we found out that Just for Laughs partnered with Canada Laughs and is now removing the title Canada Laughs and calling it JFL Radio. And they're now going to play content pre-2012 just from their Just for Laughs galas. So now it's stuff that they own because they don't have to pay those comics. So it's going to be Jeff Foxworthy and fucking Louis C.K. and people unrelatable. It's going to be like Todd Glass talking about having a girlfriend. I'm sorry, Todd Glass is gay. Like I don't know what the fuck people like. It's like it's going to be unrelated material, and it's like they don't realize every Canadian comic lives off of this. So I've been paying my rent off of it for fucking 3 years. Deborah Giovanni, Ryan Belleville, every comic you fucking know from Canada is living off this. I have 2 friends in Canada who have kids. They survive solely off of this.
Because you're also not able to work here, right? Unless
I can't. No, I do have my green card now. Okay. Yeah, I can work here, but it's like I already also have a part-time job. I clean Airbnbs. I'm not like out here just being like, I'm living on this album. Like I work my fucking ass off. I have an Airbnb job so I can pay my bills and my rent plus my Sound Exchange. And now it's about to be completely taken away. It's like causing a mutiny because it's also like that was the one thing we had in Canada was like you guys showcasing our voices and like we're proud to be Canadian. We're proud to have like Canadian content and like have people. So now it's just.
So Just for Laughs buys it. Just for Laughs, for those that don't know, is like the largest brand of comedy festival, but also they have a tour. It's a brand. It's a big. Brand. It's the best comedy brand out there.
Yes, but it's also like they already had all that shit because they had their fucking CEO got me too'd like crazy because he had fucking done a bunch of horrible shit to women. So they had that huge bad press. Then Howie Mandel came in, swept up, and took it over. And now all of a sudden, like Canada Laughs has been going like this for fucking years, and it's like. Literally the only thing us Canadian comics have, and it's now been just taken away so unfairly, and they don't realize that they're ruining people's lives.
I also wonder, like, in their archives, like, I guess they own it, but aren't those people going to be kind of pissed that now their stuff is in circulation and, like, they don't really get a say over it?
Yeah, and they get 50%, they only get 50% of the plays. So, because they take 50% of the money. So, before we were getting, like, full money, and now the people like Jeff Fox, like, he even fucking knows or cares that fucking 2 cents is floating around. Like, that shit, like the fuck, yeah, exactly. What the fuck does that matter to people like this? But, like, people like us, it's like, and we work so hard to get these albums made. Like I have the album I have coming out on Friday. I have worked on this material for fucking 3 years. Plus, some of the jokes are like 5-6 years old. Like I've been working so hard, and now it's like I try to submit it, and they're like, "Oh, we're freezing all albums. We're not even accepting it."
So what's gonna happen with your album? Where is it coming out?
It's coming out on iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. So
you'll literally right now only be able to make money based on like sales.
Do you know how little you get from that?
Yeah. Oh, iTunes. Yeah, they don't.
I got $100 for my last album, and I got like a lot of people bought it. Yeah. $100 in a year. And I'm like, okay, I get no money from it. Yeah. So I'm going to XM state. So your guys XM. I'm going to New York next week to like do a blast for the album and do shows and stuff down there.
Well, I'll say this. I know it's crazy and it's nerve-wracking, but these things usually tend to like justice is served in the end.
I think it will. Yeah.
You got to get it's good. It's good that listening to my record here. It's the first time that just happened, and hopefully you got to think there's some business exec who like just literally was like, well, no one will care. And not realizing how the combined voices of all of the up and coming comics.
I think that's what it is, and they also like. What the issue is too, which I think that everyone's kind of getting. There's like, oh, hello, people. This feels strange. There's in Canada, you legally have to play a specific amount of Canadian content. So I guess they're thinking we're not going to monitor that. If they don't think there's going to be people now looking at literally today where Canada Laughs is playing, it said Jeff. That's why I'm saying Jeff Fox. It said Jeff Fox for the Canada Laughs. It's like he's a fucking Canadian. Like it's just.
We'll get our loyal army out there to support you. I mean, and then when I say up and coming comedians, it's like, how long have you been doing it? You're
14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
14 years in. I mean, it takes a long time to get. Now, did you have an album already out? Is that what you were generating the plays from?
Yes, I have a sketch album out and a stand-up album out. But the sketch now, they've completely taken that off. So that me and my sketch partner just recorded another one when I was home for the holidays. And now we're like, well, we don't even need to edit this because there's no point because they're not going to fucking play it.
What was the process of... Is the process of getting an album made in Canada different than here?
No, I think same shit.
So you just like, you find a club to play at and you just get the club recording? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I booked like my favorite club, like packed it with people, advertised for a long time, didn't charge anything, and then I'm with a thing called Comedy Records, and they produce it and put it out and stuff for me.
Nice. Mm-hmm. We just did our first brunch stand-up show that was sponsored by our podcast, and you definitely come on the next one we do. Hopefully it'll be monthly.
Yeah.
But I plugged my Zoom into the amp and got room tone and then the mic tone. I literally was like, this little place we recorded at was like a 30-seater, and I was like, this, you could record an album in this place. You know what I mean? It's like it's like a really cool spot. But you'll have to come on next time we do a brunch show. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it sucks, and I hope it works itself out. But you know,
it's just like I'm just in my head right now about it because it's really gonna fuck over a lot of people, like a lot of people.
Yeah,
people who've been relying on this money, like, and who do like.
Well, you know, like Comedy Central, they won't pay. I don't think they do much in the form of residual. So a lot of comics have like released their like half hour or their hour specials on Comedy Central, and it doesn't get any like near traffic that you'll get on like YouTube or Netflix. Like YouTube's almost a better place to release your shit because at least you get like a percentage, like at least it's kind of like out there that you're going to get something.
Yeah.
But it's a very small percentage. I just wonder, like, what did they pay for it? What's the, like, obviously it's working out financially for Sirius, and that's why they decided to make this switch. But like, they have unlimited channels. Like, they could have just added another channel and left your all's channel alone.
That's literally the main point they're saying. Like, that's why it's just like, I don't know why you did this. You could have just had your own Just Laugh channel and kept Canada Laughs going.
Because there's like 5. I have Sirius. There's like seriously like 5 comedy channels on Sirius. I mean, it's obviously the US version, but still, like, I never listen to them. I have my favorite stations, but like, you could literally just, there's probably like 3 or 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, you can get like your Southern you know, your
Southern
adult,
like
your
redneck
comedy.
You can get your urban,
How would you describe yourself? Just straight Canadian comedy? Is there
no, I'm
you're dirty. You're pretty filthy. Yeah,
I'm filthy as shit. Yes, this new album's quite filthy too. But
yeah, I was watching your bit. I obviously won't like kill your bit, but it was about cooling off your vagina at the beach. That was the bit I was watching.
Oh yeah, dipping the lips in the sea. Yeah.